It's Indian women versus the Australian women in the World Cup semi-final. One chance that will never come again for Team India in another 4 years to lift the ODI World Cup, and this time they are against the Giants. They are against Australia. They are against the team that are the favorites to win this World Cup. A very warm welcome to all of the viewers. You're watching NewsX. I'm Akarsh Kaushik, and in this video I'm going to tell you about what's going to be the playing 11, how the teams are going to function without Pratika Rawal, how strong is the Indian team, what are the chances, and let's first start with how the pitch is going to react. The match is going to happen in Navi Mumbai. It's a good batting wicket. You can score humongous amount of runs over there. But what happened in the last match when India and Australia played against each other? India lost that match even after scoring 330 runs. Australia chased the highest total in ODI history down against India. That's what happened in the last match. Indian bowlers were brutally smashed. It was a batting friendly wicket. Indian batsmen smashed good runs, but in return, Australians were better. Elise Perry hit the winning runs and took Australia with the game. But now it's a do or die. It's a semi-final. First, I'm going to tell you about what is going to be the Indian playing 11. The biggest question will be answered, that who will replace Pratika Rawal, and the answer is that Shefali Verma might be coming and replacing her, and she might get that one-off semi-final chance, and she might be able to even prove herself in that. But what was the playing 11? What will be the playing 11? I'll let you know with that. I'll also tell you about the changes that will be made, that can be made in the bowling, because the last match was against Pakistan, was against Bangladesh, and the match washed out. You couldn't get a result. But Indian playing 11 is gonna look like something like this. You will have to open with Smriti Mandhana, and then will come Harleen Deol. Then you have Harmanpreet Kaur. Then Jemima Rodriguez will get a position. Deepti Sharma, Richa Ghosh, Sneh Rana, Kranti God, Sri Charni, and Renuka Singh. This is the ideal, the best playing 11 that this team would go with. They have got a lot of success with this combination, and this was the combination that they defeated New Zealand with. They scored 340 runs and then restricted New Zealand to 271. There was DLS involved, but still India won that match by 53 humongous runs. So this is the team that will give the confidence to both of the sides that India is a very, very strong team. But in Navi Mumbai's atmosphere, what do you think is going to be the bowling strategy? Because Team India does not have a sixth bowler. And now with Pratika Rawal going, she also used to be handy with the ball. She used to give some overs with the ball. So things are very, very difficult for Team India now. Because not just with the bat, you will have someone to give you those extra overs. And with Shefali Verma coming in, I think you can get those kinds of overs. It might be a life-changing point, a complete turning point in the career of Shefali Verma, coming straight away into the semi-final against Australia. But who's the player to look out for? It's obviously Smriti Mandhana. Just before this World Cup, there was a series of India versus Australia where 3 ODIs were played, and Smriti Mandhana scored tons in 2 of them. Smriti Mandhana absolutely dominates Australia, just like it reminds me of something what Virat Kohli used to do against Australia in those prime years of 2016 and 2018. Exactly, it's that kind of aggression that Smriti Mandhana has, and Australian bowlers will be making a lot of strategies for Smriti Mandhana. But whenever Smriti Mandhana will be coming with the confidence of scoring 100 against New Zealand. So she has runs in her bag. She has the form, and everything depends on Smriti Mandhana, Harmanpreet Kaur, Jemima Rodriguez, the senior batsmen of Indian team, because they will have to take responsibility today. They will be the only players who will have this kind of experience to actually challenge Australia. And another bad thing, that in the past 4 ODIs, we've only won 1 against Australia. And that's something that might put us down, but we don't have to be affected with that. But let's also understand what the Australian squad will look like. They might open with Georgia Wool and Phoebe Litchfield. Then there's Ellis Perry, there's Beth Mooney, there's Annabelle Sutherland, there's Ashner Gardner, there's Tahila McGrath, then there's Alana King, there's Megan Scott, there's Kim Garth. So these are the players that they're gonna get involved with, and that's gonna be their squad. But Georgia Welly and Phoebe Litchfield, how do they perform? They are the opening batsmen, and they are the front runners, the front setup runners for Australia. And if they perform well, then with the experience of Elisa Haley and Ellis Perry, they can actually turn things. And for Australia, Ellis Perry, this might be the last World Cup for Ellis Perry. Ellis Perry has a bigger fan base in India also. She's an RCB, and she has a lot of fans because she's absolutely beautiful. She's a beautiful woman, and the sports that she plays, the kind of cricketer she has a great fan base across countries. But this might be the last World Cup for her, so why not end it and end that glorious career with a trophy? So even Australian side is a bit emotional. When both the sides come together, it will be one match to genuinely look out for. We are cheering for our women, we are cheering for Team India, but Australian women are genuinely the favourites to win this match, and I'm not gonna lie about it because the stats are with them. Even in the points table, they were absolutely phenomenal. They are yet to be defeated in this World Cup. They completely have come undefeated, defeating all other teams that they faced, and now they are up against India, who they did beat in the group stage. But for India, it's one chance of a lifetime, because if you win from here, you have the team to go on to win the final. South Africans are in the final, and for the first time, South Africa is in an ODI final. But still, India versus South Africa will be slightly easier than India versus Australia semi-final that's going to happen today. So you stay tuned, and all the match updates will be brought to you by us very sharply and very quickly.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.